Welcome to the GameRamble first look video for the Rogue Prince of Persia. My name is DarkCloud and I'm joined by
Nimby or Mrs. Cloud.
So this game is developed by Evil Empire and published by Ubisoft, and it was released on Steam Early Access on the 27th of May. It's an action roguelite installment of the Prince of Persia series.
Cool.
And yeah, I've been a fan of the series since basically right from the start, so quite excited to see what they do with this version. I think it's going to be a bit more of a throwback to the original compared to the later 3D installments.
It's going to be awesome, I think.
Okay, so let's see. We've got language over here, resolution, display mode, VSync, FPS limit, and color blindness. So it looks like these are the default options. The game is in early access, so not everything is going to be there. It's not going to be as polished as a full release. So if you know early access, you know what to expect.
We've all heard tales of the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, many tales.
Hero of the people, proud warrior, liberator, immortal. But only few remember the war he brought about unwittingly.
He seems to have a knack for that.
After provoking the fury of the formidable Huns, the prince found himself powerless against their shaman magic. 3 nights later he awoke, his faithful bola hanging from his neck. This is the tale I will tell you today.
Interesting. Evil Empire, I think this is their first full release game, early access, but previously they worked on DLC for Dead Cells.
Okay.
And they did a pretty good job with those as far as I know. I think one of them was a Castlevania themed DLC that really looked really good. No time to waste. I have to stop the Huns before they reach the city. Yeah, so there we have the little prince. Very purple prince. I think this is a throwback actually to the EGA DOS version of the game where the prince was also purple. And he's got quite the, what do you call that, a sash swirling behind him. Interesting art style. Okay, so let's see. I have to stop the Huns. So no tutorial or anything yet. I just see I've got some daggers there that I can attack with the X button, and there's like a bow and arrow with the right button, and the rest is just jumping and movement. Okay, there's at least a prompt for jumping down. This actually reminds me a bit of Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've got a wall jump, wall climb. Do that. Here we go.
Seems very intuitive so far.
Well, if you've played one platformer, you pretty much know the basics. So we can hold the left trigger for what exactly? Oh, for wall running. Okay, that's pretty neat. Not something I expected to see in the 2D version.
Yeah.
Featured quite prominently in the 3D ones. Nice.
That's very cool.
Wall run up as well. So good to see the prince hasn't lost his acrobatic touch. Look at that view. So much smoke. It's too late. The Huns are attacking the city. What have I done? I hope they manage to get out. Okay. Still not quite clear how he managed to bring this upon his people. Okay, an X button for the main weapon. What is that? Okay, I guess that's the Hun. And the combo attack. ///.
Cool.
There we go. I also could do a special attack by holding in the X button. Oh, look at that pose. So a nice little lunge attack there. It's got a charge up, so here they come. See if we can get both of them. There we go. And I see we're getting coins for killing enemies as well. So I don't know how that is going to factor in. But yeah, basically the goal is to save Persia from the Hun invaders who have been corrupted by dark magic. So you're going to be battling through the capital city again and again. And like I said, this game is in early access. The developers have said they expect it to be in early access for about a year or so. And it's very much going to be a case of they want to hear feedback and listen to feedback from the players.
That's cool.
So it's not a game where, you know, they come in at 90% completion in early access for a month and then it's a full release and players don't really have input. This is very much a case they want to work with the fans. So here we can swap our double daggers for a tabor. The last blow in the combo stuns nearby enemies. Special attack, a forward lunge, which inflicts heavy damage on enemies with the blades of the tabor. So the DPS is a bit lower than the double daggers.
Looks
but
like it's going to be a slower weapon as well.
Yeah. I'm just going to pick it up because I want to see what they have. You can also vault over threats. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Nice.
So a bit of a evasion.
I like that they put dummies there so you can practice
Yeah.
things that are actually not moving.
Yeah, that's always great. Well, that one's got projectiles, I see. And what's the other interesting thing about this is all going to be procedurally generated. So I should have wall run there. Which one was that again? That one. So yeah, the levels are procedurally generated. If you die and you try again, you're going to find that no two runs are ever going to be the same. So that's going to add some replay value and longevity to the game. Hold on, I'll get you out. My prince, at last, you're here. Only you can save Persia. Stay with me. I'll take you somewhere safe. I'll save you. You and every other Persian who died in this fight. My faithful Bola, I'm counting on you. Don't let me down. So I wonder if there's going to be a time rewind mechanic or something like that. So that's not something that really featured in the original games. It more came in with the Sands of Time and after that.
Yeah, the time manipulation.
Yeah. Very stylish looking game so far, and the controls are smooth, so all the basics are kick. We're going to kick him into, yep, there we go. And, yeah, so yeah, early access for a year. They're going to be adding more levels, more features, more enemies, more bosses, story acts, and meter progression. So basically the plan is to double the amount of content in the game. And currently it says it's got 6 levels, 2 bosses, several primary and secondary weapons, as well as some upgrades and medallions. So, and from what I've heard, they're actually planning on doing weekly updates, which if you're familiar with early access, that's not really a given. Sometimes some developers spend months just tinkering away before they pop up with a new update, but that's not going to be the case here. You're going to have weekly updates. Let's just talk to this person here.
Your Highness.
Grab hold of me.
I can't.
What happened to your arm?
The shaman magic, it...
Hold on. The Huns are much more formidable foe than we thought. Yeah, so they're also planning a 100% optional experimental branch. And this is where they're going to be testing all the new updates. So stuff that they plan on maybe adding to the game, but not sure yet. And then just going to be adding it to that branch and testing it. If it works, they'll add it to the main branch. If not, they'll take it out. But if you're going to be on that branch, you're going to be seeing some interesting things, I think.
I can imagine that it could be cool, but if you just enjoy the game the way it is, then
yeah, stick to the main branch. And of course, if you're not a fan of early access, wait until it's out and then enjoy the full experience. So we can knock an enemy into a shield to destroy the shield. Okay. So this is all very much tutorial still, I think. Can kick them into each other. It looks like they get stunned as well. What do we have here? Okay. So
fast travel. That's cool.
Find other wells of dreams to fast travel. So you can zoom in, out, in fast travel from here. Okay, that's neat. I wonder if there's going to be different paths through the levels as well, seeing as it's procedurally generated. So we can do a diving attack. That's interesting. Like that. And a dive attack can destroy shields. So I'm presuming if he's got that blue glow around him, he's shielded. This is early access. I don't know if all the art assets and animations and all that stuff is fully implemented yet. I kick you off the... Oh yeah, you took some damage there. I don't know if it was full damage or kick damage. Yeah, it feels pretty faithful to the Prince of Persia license. It's quite nimble, acrobatic. And the whole rogue-lite element is gonna add a whole new dimension to the games. None of the previous ones, as far as I know, were roguelites. They were pretty straightforward platformers or 3D platformers with the time manipulation mechanic as their main gimmick. Whoa, that was close. Should learn to vault over enemies more as well. Been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm inclined to try and parry attacks at this stage.
It's a problem if you're playing one game and trying out another. You have muscle memory.
Yeah, I think that's where something like this, that is a roguelite, is going to be cool, because you can go for a run, see how far you get, have some fun, and then go back to whatever you're playing, and then next time we try it again, maybe get a little further, try something different. Try and see if I can get to a boss or something at least before we end the video. Obviously be doing a full review on the game as soon as it leaves early access, as there's not really any point in reviewing early access games because so much can change.
Yeah. Our hero.
We have to get you out of here. You need medical help.
What we need is to eliminate their king.
We need to take care of your injuries first.
You must destroy the evil at its root.
Soldier, can you hear me? He's right. No point in lingering here. He's not very successful at saving his people at this stage.
He hasn't saved a single person yet.
Down to heal. Okay, that's neat. Ooh, here we have a critter, a shielded critter. Can we break the shield?
Like
there we go.
Armadillo or something.
Yeah. Nice. I didn't see any difficulty settings yet, so... Yeah, let's just see if we have any. So we've got resume and options. Options is just the controller layout. Looks like you can also play it with a keyboard and mouse. We've got some accessibility options here for color blindness, screen shake intensity, dialogue, text size. We've got the video options, we've got audio options, and we've got language options. So all the basics are covered at least. The ruined aqueduct. Okay, so this looks like the next area we'll be traveling to. Yeah, so the idea is you're going to be, try and learn from your mistakes and become more powerful with every death. And then obviously unlock the new weapons and medallions to make your next run a little more successful.
And save the world that you destroyed in the first place.
Well, save Persia at least.
So once through the city gates, the prince looked over the extent of the damage. The Huns had taken the entire city in less than 3 days.
We got a achievement. Reached the aqueduct for the first time.
Nice.
Ruined aqueduct, 4th day, afternoon. I guess they'll still be adding things like cutscenes and other stuff.
That's cool that they already include the story.
Yeah, you know the basics. Oh, slidey.
Know what you're fighting for.
Yeah. Fighting to stop what you somehow caused. It's a nice backdrop there.
Yes.
There we go. The Rogue Prince of Persia. Yeah, it's really interesting that every entry in the Prince of Persia franchise has had a different prince almost.
Yeah. A different backstory, a different approach.
Yeah, and it's still, they all have the same overarching themes, and you can see they're part of a series. They don't feel disjointed.
Yeah, that's true.
Need to heal. Rather not say what my favorite entry in the series is, because it's one that's not everyone likes, but I really enjoyed it for its art direction and story. I think people can infer which one it is from that.
I think I remember which one.
What do we have here? Okay, we've got options. We've got the double daggers again, but this time looks like the DPS is higher, so is that a level 5? And this is a royal sword, so even better. Let's go for the sword. What is the special here? So, okay. Bit of a slash combo going there. Bringing my wall running.
Cool.
Yeah, there's always a risk with procedural levels that, you don't get that same kind of design as a handcrafted level. But so far it seems pretty decent. Small bag of gold. And it really helps with the replay value, especially with roguelites where you're going to be doing the same things over and over again. You want some variety.
So if you die here, do you just go back? Or do you have a certain...
I suspect if you die, it's game over. You go back to the start, but now you've unlocked whatever you've gathered thus far, like weapons and I don't know if it's money and stuff.
What?
Because I think the weapons and the medallions are the things that grant you the biggest benefits in the game. And once those are unlocked, you get to keep them. Okay, well, let's see. Prince has been defeated.
Okay. It's impossible, for his bola protects him. He turns back time and takes the prince to a safe place. He is the sole witness to this cycle. All he can do now is start anew. Try again, until he finds a way to save his kingdom.
Yeah, so yeah, roguelite fans will be familiar with that. You keep failing until you succeed. I'm back at the oasis. I'm unhurt. Looks like my bola is working properly. Though it didn't bring me back to the right point in time.
Okay.
So 3 days since the city was first invaded.
Cool that they bring the time thing in here.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, you're finally on your feet. You've been in bed for 3 days, kid. I remember this conversation. My bola didn't take me back to the time before the Huns invaded. Everything good? You look a little lost. Feeling better, Sukra. Thank you for looking after me at your oasis. Sure thing. You were in pretty rough shape when I freed you, after all. Now, though, I have to keep it together and find a solution. Their king must surely be in our palace by now. If I can defeat him, the Huns will be forced to surrender. That's biting off more than you can chew, even for you, kid. Remember the state you were in after your first encounter? Can't just give up and do nothing, Sukra. Okay. So... looks like he had a previous attempt at this. Zagros village.
Okay, so you do go back to the...
I'm guessing those little diamond-shaped ones will be the bosses, probably. It's so quiet here. Seems like everyone's gone. Fourth day dawn again. Well, no, I've never seen this type of medallion before. I feel great power resonating within. So this one is the sticky kick. Kicking an enemy, you spread resin.
Okay.
Medallions are powerful items that can trigger various effects depending on the prince's situation and actions. Medallions can be found in various chests and shops in the form of collectibles and as a reward for beating bosses. So looks like you can equip a few of them.
That's cool.
There we go. So looking forward to digging a bit deeper into the Rogue Prince of Persia and seeing where it progresses from here. It's common for early access title, people buy it thinking it's a full release and then complain that there's, not enough content or the game isn't polished. But if that's what you expect from games, don't get early access titles. But if you want to be involved in the whole process and give suggestions to the developers, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to change and so on, go to their forums, go to their Discord, give your feedback and see how the game evolves during the process. So yeah, this is the Rogue Prince of Persia, out now on Steam Early Access. I believe it's something like $20. And so far so good from what I've seen. Obviously it's impossible to even scratch the surface of a roguelike title on your first run. It takes at least 10 runs before you have a good feel for the game and what's going on, but so far I'm impressed. I like the style, I like the whole setup for it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it's gonna turn out in the end.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy our videos.
Until next time.
Bye.